Hi, I'm Roger Saeed. I came to Santa Fe about 4.5 years ago. Oh. This is our newest family member. Welcome Bernard Wilson. We call him Bernie. He's a sheepnard, which is a made-up word for the combination of half St. Bernard and half sheepdog, so we came up with sheepnard. This is Bernie. Santa Fe ended up being the best and easiest decision. A place that we had vacationed over the years, took our kids skiing on spring breaks and other opportunities. Even though the city population's only around 75, 85,000, the amount of amenities for a community that size go well beyond it. I mean, it'd be hard to find another community that was so accessible, so amenable, without traffic, with so much to offer. And I think maybe that's just a result of the fact that it's so well supported by the tourist industry, by locals who are active, and they want to do things, they want to find things to do. We go to performances all the time at the Lindsay, which is about 10 minutes away. I mean, it's so easy. You could not do this in other big cities. Park across the street, go at the last minute, go see a show, step out of the theater, walk onto the plaza, go to dinner, and then step back into your car. My time in Santa Fe is really divided between many different activities. I think I maybe mentioned enjoying the outdoors with fishing and hiking. There's so much to do that you sort of have a hard time not doing. Another thing that was a nice surprise is the community is very inviting. I mean, we actually have quite an extensive social life and enjoyable time with neighbors and friends. We also enjoy having guests. We have a lot of family and friends that naturally like to also come here on vacation, and we really enjoy having guests. That was one of the purposes of being in Santa Fe. All the seasons are awesome. I mean, there's not a season that I don't enjoy for different reasons, but for me, especially with the attraction of fly fishing, it has to be the fall. The fall seasonal change, especially coming from Texas, where there's kind of one season, hot and dry, and then a brief winter, and then back to hot and dry. Another thing that's very special about Santa Fe that I didn't anticipate is that it's a dark sky environment. And I didn't really even understand what that term was, but the city is elected to have a no upward light policy across the entire city that eliminates all the light pollution and allows you to see the stars like you've never been able to see within a city environment. When we vacation in Santa Fe, you notice that when you step outside after rain, there's a strong smell of sagebrush and pinyons. It's something about being in a dry climate with all this growth, all this unique, topography and landscape, and then it gets wet and the air just absorbs the smells. I was there by myself, and the sun was at a particular angle on the water. It was causing a little bit of glare and reflection, but it just sort of sparkled, and I was catching a fish about every other cast, which is very unusual. None of them were like, personal best fish, but it was just the experience of the visual scenery and then catching these little fish and then thinking, wow, I just managed to stumble upon this place. No one's around me for miles. And I don't know, it just kind of struck me as a beautiful thing. The international art market we just went to that for the first time even though we've lived here 4 years last summer, and was just so impressed with how it was put on and the range of showings from local artisans from all over the world that are being supported by this event. Red or green, it seems to come up very frequently. I started off a green guy, and I have to say I've come to maybe appreciate the nuances of the red.